Okay, so in today's update about Algorand, I'm going to check out this move on the downside right in here and tell you, can we argue our move down actually ended in here, or maybe we're gonna have one more move down and we're gonna go on some higher time frames, and I'm gonna tell you why, in my opinion, Algorand might actually be gearing up for a beautiful move on the upside soon. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones, and I still stand by what I said. In my opinion, in this region, we are having more likely than not an ABC in form of an expanded flat, which looks like this. This is our initial move down into a correction for wave B, which in this move, we're going to take this high and then another move down into our C leg. And in this phase, we are going to take the low of our A leg. And for our sub waves, ABC down into A, ABC, or maybe a WXY, doesn't really matter, into B, and then from here, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into our wave C. Now let's go on the live chart and count some waves. So you see, in my opinion, from this high, we had a beautiful A, B, C zigzag down, followed by that, there's a very high chance this is also another ABC on the upside, and finding an impulse, I have checked the structures on some lower time frames, is actually very challenging. So I'm gonna say this is an ABC, and the question is, can we identify a complete 5 wave down to about here or not? If we can, well, okay, at that point we can say our ABC expanded flat starting from this point has came to an end, and we can expect another move up in algo. Well, you see, we can have different possibilities. One scenario suggests this is 1, this is 2, this is a wave 3, and the current move on the upside might be into a wave 4, and what's going to happen next, we may see another move down into wave 5, and at that point, okay, our ABC expanded flat is going to be over, and we can expect then another move on the upside. Another possibility suggests maybe this point right in here is actually the end of our C leg, and this is the end of our wave 4, and this can be the end of our wave 5. And in this case, we have to say this was a truncated wave 5. Now, this is the key. Truncated waves are very rare, but it is possible to have a truncated wave on the downside. So you can technically consider this scenario and say our move down in algo is over. And if you want to be very optimistic, you can actually argue the final low is already in, and starting from here, we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up into a wave 1. This was an ABC flat into wave 2, and what's gonna happen next if this scenario is in play? Well, we are going to have a rather big move up into wave 3, 4, 5. Again, if you want to be optimistic, you can say this scenario is happening. If you want to be a bit pessimistic, you can say maybe instead of an impulse on the upside, we're just going to have a simple A, B, C zigzag, and then from here we can expect like a move down in order to once more take the lowest low down here about, let's say, like the 15 cents area. Now, which scenario is going to be in play? At the moment, I cannot really tell you anything for sure. And also, from my point of view, it doesn't really matter. Why is that? Because one way or the other, I just do not believe right around here in algo we are having a buying opportunity. You see, in terms of classic technical analysis, meaning supports and resistances, at the moment we are under a very important support area from weekly and daily time frame at the same time between, let's say, 18.5 to about 21.5 cents, and as long as we are under it, for me, and again, this is just my personal analysis, doesn't really make any sense at all to go long in here. Sure, we can analyze the chart, and I'm going to tell you soon why do I think we may see a decent move on the upside in algo, but I'm not really going to act on it because the risk to reward ratios in here, from my point of view, does not really make a whole lot of sense. Now, I said we can actually get a decent move up. Why is that? I have a couple of reasons for it. Number one, what is happening in terms of indicators? Let's actually go on daily time frame first. Excuse me, zoom in more. There we go. Okay, as you can see, in MACD, we are having a buy signal, which is definitely an optimistic sign. And in RSI, not a whole lot is happening in here. But in H4 time frame, pay attention. in MACD, okay, it seems like that soon we're going to get a buy signal, and that's not really the key. The key is here. You see, this is a high, the other one is a lower high. However, on the live chart, we are having a high, the other one is a higher high. Basically, we are having in H4 time frame a bit of a negative divergence, or maybe bearish divergence if you want to call it, not really important. Now, pay attention. A bearish divergence by itself is a negative sign suggesting we're going to get a move down. But the moment that we see a move on the upside, and in that move, we manage to get a break of the divergence line, okay, at that point, we're going to say, let's just forget that move down. And also, because we broke the divergence line, that's a very strong bullish sign suggesting from here we can expect a rather sharp move on the upside. And I think in algo, because it seems like at least for like very short term, bears are not really that strong, we may end up having something like this. And let me be very clear. Right now, we shouldn't really be jumping into any unnecessary bullish conclusion. I'm just trying to explain the situation to you and say, if this happens, it will be a very strong bullish sign. Also, you can actually have a bit of an early signal in H1 time frame. You see, we are having in here a much more clear of a divergence right in here. There we go. And we may actually soon see algo getting a break of this thing. And in RSI as well, we are having a beautiful divergence line right in here. So again, if you want to have an early signal, you can pay attention to what is happening in H1 time frame. Ultimately, from my point of view, I think we should wait a bit more and see a solid break of the divergence line in H4 time frame as well. And at that point, we can be bullish with a bit more confidence. Now, if we do that, I'm gonna guess in algo, we are going to have at the same time something like this. And at that point, we have confirmed a beautiful bullish pattern. Let's go on a less busy chart, maybe from crypto.com. There we go. You see, what do we have in here in case that we manage to do something like this in Algorand? A beautiful bullish head and shoulder structure. And what's the target for it going to be? You need to first put your chart on regular scale, and then you have to measure the height of your pattern, excuse me, from let's say this point to about here, and put it at your breaking point. As you can see, the target for this pattern can be somewhere around the 25-26 cents area, which means from the current point, we can expect like a 30 to potentially even 40-50% move on the upside. I think that is actually kind of realistic. But again, right now, we cannot say this pattern is going to happen. No, we need to wait a bit more and see a break of the divergence line in MACD in H4 time frame in order to confirm that in algo in the short term we can actually be bullish and we can expect a rather strong move on the upside. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Algorand's price charts. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.